If you're like me and other successful people, you love knowing what people who are wealthy, healthy, and happy do differently, what they know. The insight I'm going to share with you today is something I learned about 10 years into my career, and it changed everything. Not only the trajectory of my future, but how I was showing up right then and there. It provided me more confidence, more security, and even more optimism. And it's absolutely critical to achieving success in your business and your life, as I've learned now over the last 30 years. It's something that they don't teach you in school. Mentors don't know it. But if you want to succeed and have peace of mind and happiness, it's instrumental. And what I'm talking about are reserves. Something so simple and yet so impactful on your business and your life. So please stay tuned. If you want a more successful life, a richer, a happier life, you're going to love today's episode. So hi and welcome. I'm Annette Bau, founder of MillionaireSeries.com and host of the Millionaire Insider. For over 30 years, I've been advising and researching the top 1% and 2% of millionaires to learn what millionaires with amazing lives do differently. And now I'm providing you practical, easy to implement insights so that you can take your business, your life, and your wealth to the next level. And today we're diving into insider secrets, reserves. Please click subscribe and ring the bell. All materials and intellectual property are copywritten by MillionaireSeries.com. The information we provide is not intended to provide financial or healthcare advice. You've got to hire your own team of advisors. You agree to hold MillionaireSeries.com and its affiliates harmless for results achieved or not achieved. For today's show notes, go to MillionaireSeries.com/1014. For all show notes, go to MillionaireSeries.com/WLI. So today's episode is brought to you by Mindset Mastery, and it is a masterclass that we offer. It comes with a template guide so that you can start creating your plan. But let's face it, you may want success in your business, your life, or with your money. You've got to master your mindset. And in this class, I teach you how. I teach you how to go from being observing your life to actually getting in the driver's seat of your life, to where you're in charge of what you do each day, how much you get done, your thoughts, your words, your actions. You're going to love this training. Again, MillionaireSeries.com/mindset mastery. But the most important thing I have learned in my career, and I've learned a lot of tactics, I've learned a lot of strategies, is you got to first of all start with your mindset. And this masterclass is going to show you how. So again, MillionaireSeries.com/mindset mastery. I'll look so forward to seeing you in that training. So let's dive into reserves. So the first thing you need to understand about reserves is they're excesses of what you need. They provide you a cushion so you have more than you need, meaning not just enough, but an excess. When you have an abundance of what you need versus the minimum, you have choices and opportunities. I recently was hearing a woman talk about not having enough money, and she said the biggest problem is I don't have a choice of what to do with my job. I want to have my own career. I don't have that choice. When we have reserves, we have that choice. We have the space to make decisions, and we also don't feel rushed or pressured to make a decision. So we're able to make a better decision. Reserves are so powerful. They're so critical. They're so important. Reserves allow you to show up with less stress and with a higher, more positive energy. So it affects how you think. It affects what you do, what you say. I went from literally being stressed, worried that I wasn't going to have enough, I didn't have enough money, I didn't have enough clients, to understanding that that's what we're aiming for, is to create an excess reserve. So you have more clients than you need, you have more money than you need, you have better relationships than you need. That's the power of it. So let's look at some examples of reserves. You can have money, time, love, peace of mind, space, health, friendships, relationships, prospects, clients, referrals, connections. The list goes on and on. But reserves provide the ultimate freedom. They're possible when you honor and value and respect yourself. We've got to know we are important and that we matter, not in an arrogant way, but in a way in which we're honoring ourselves. Reserves make self-mastery possible because we have the space to do what we want to do. They allow us to show up from a higher energy, what I refer to as a level 3 energy. Love, peace of mind, optimism, being positive, win-win, as compared to a lower energy, fear, worry, anxiety. I had so much fear, worry, and anxiety early on. I wasn't enough. I didn't have enough money. I didn't have enough clients. It's so depressing. But once I started getting this and I started creating the reserves, the cash reserves, the prospect reserves, the friendship reserves, everything changed. And what was really critical is that reserves make it easier to detach from the outcome. Because when you have more than you need, you're not worried about it. If you don't close that deal, it's not going to make a big difference in your life. So the goal is for you to create reserves in the areas of your life. And we talked about them. You know, it might be money. It might be, for me, space is a big one because I'm so busy and that's such an illness. But we've got to slow down. Doing all of my activities for my personal power hours, yoga, meditation, prayer, silent walks, hiking, all those things that really impact my inner game are really important to me. You got to decide what's important to you. The other thing that's really important is relationships. And I make a concerted effort that I get together with my friends. I make time for them. We get together with our joint friends. We have dinner. And we schedule dinners almost every month, sometimes more than probably is ideal, but that has such a huge impact. So I want you to think about this for a minute. If you have 100 ideal prospects in your funnel that are potentials for your business and you know there's some level of interest, you are a lot less anxious than if you have 2. And I can remember, it was horrible. I was getting ready to buy my first home. I didn't have a lot of money. This was literally over 30 years ago. And I literally had one deal that I had to close to be able to afford the down payment on my home. And I was getting an assumable loan because I didn't have any money. And I remember when the guy's like, I've got to think about it. And I was so distraught. I'm like, I don't ever want to be in this situation again where I'm sitting here worried. It has such an impact on the future of my life and at the time my child's life. And it was nerve-wracking. But that's the reality of it. When you have 100 people lined up wanting to do work with you, you're a lot less concerned than when you have 2 and one says no, right? And they can sense that too. But think about it. If you have 1 month reserve versus 12 months, I mean, I know no one tells you to have 12 months, but I love the fact that I have a lot in reserves and cash. I also have a lot of money invested. So I've got a plan, and I'm probably more conservative than a lot of people. I enjoy knowing I can get my hands on cash if I need to. I mean, we were at the bank and the gentleman's like, oh, it's got to feel really nice to have this kind of reserves. It feels really nice. That's where I want you to get. But think about having, 50 great clients versus 5. It changed everything. Think about having a great relationship with your partner versus an okay one. I look at some of my clients who have okay relationships, and it's kind of like one thing goes off and it's just a problem. We want to have those reserves more than we need, better than we need, so that it prepares us in times of uncertainty and for the future. It's so powerful. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to write down all the areas in your life that matter. And again, it could be family, faith, love, mindset, peace of mind, relationships, money or revenue, prospects or clients, space. That's a big one for me. Your business plan, anything in your life that's important. And then I want you to identify and write down your top 5 to 7 areas, and specifically the most important ones. So start with what is the most important area down to the least. And oftentimes it's going to be, the area that, if you have one, say for instance, your family is, super high, but prospects are really low, you're going to put down prospects because that's an area you need more reserves. So for example, prospects. If you don't have enough prospects in your funnel, you're going to have a 1 next to it. Finances, maybe you don't have enough money as much as you need. You got a 2 next to it. And then perhaps your third area is family. You've got a 3. So those might be your 3 areas. Then I want you to identify a high value activity for each reserve that you're going to improve. So for prospects, I make 25 warm calls each day from 8:30 to 10 a.m. and I offer 1 feeder workshop per quarter to my niche market. Now, the reason I want you doing that first thing in the morning is I want you to get those difficult things out of the way. Finances, it may be that you're going to start saving 10% of your gross revenue. If you're not making enough money, then you have to figure out ways in which to make more money, but start with 10%. I have a lot of clients who save 50 to 60%. That's so powerful, and it's doable. And then family. Perhaps you're going to start having dinner with them every night. So my family and I eat dinner together each evening at 6 p.m. I like you to put it in I am or I active verb. So powerful, so important. It's really important that you track your metrics for your reserves and your high value activities. Reward yourself if you're completing at least 80% or more of your high value activities. For example, you might get a massage or go golfing on Friday. For me, a massage would be a reward. Going to have to play golf would not be. I mean, sometimes I play golf. It's just not my thing. But that's where you get the reward. And then penalize yourself if you're not completing 70%. So I'd have to go play golf. You might have to go get a massage. Possibly donate to a political organization you don't like. That's really powerful. If you're consistently completing 80% or more of your high value activities, then you get the positive consequence. That is so powerful. Now, if you want more freedom in your life, you want more wealth in your life, I encourage you to download our free resource, The Wealthy Life Guide. You can go to millionaireseries.com/WL-guide and access this free resource. It's literally 30 years of what people with amazing lives do differently. Again, millionaireseries.com/WL-guide. For today's show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/1014. For all show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/WLI. Please remember to click subscribe and ring the bell, and also make a comment of what type of episodes you want me to share. Where do you need help? My friends, it's free. People pay me a lot of money to ask me questions and to advise them. You get it for free. So go down and let me know where you need help. So I want to thank you so much for joining me for Insider Secrets, Reserves. I'm Annette Ba'u, host of the Millionaire Insider. All international copyrights are reserved. Now, before you go, please click the link above. That's specifically designed to help you on your next step. So I'll look so forward to seeing you on our next episode. Bye for now.